What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So a lot of people are talking about the APEcoin that was released just recently and all of the hype behind it. And I see a ton of things that are happening, within this position. And it's insane to say how much hype and how much popularity it definitely has. And a lot of people are saying things like this can get to $100 or $200. So let's kind of break down the reality of that getting to these levels and really give an understanding of exactly where, kind of I believe it's going to be and my thoughts and concerns in it. Because I did give my thoughts and concerns in my last video, which it definitely got some good views behind it. I think like 9,000 views or so. So let's go ahead and break this down a little bit further because in my live stream, people were talking about it and were saying, should I get in now? Should I wait till it goes to 100? Should I wait till it goes to 200? What should I do, Matt? What should I do? And really, I don't like to tell people, hey, you should buy or sell right now. That's not necessarily what needs to happen. Is you don't need to make that move. It would be stupid for me to just tell you when to buy, when to sell, all of that stuff, because you have your own mindset. And if you feel as though you want to gain more out of it, then you can gain more out of it. But I'm going to let you know what I would do and my plan for it for the future, because if I decide to make a move into it, it would only be with money that I'm willing to lose, because it's really a high risk coin in this case right now. So before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. Also, if you guys want to join my Let It Burn channel, which we burn off Shiba Inu, feel free to join that. That'll be in the description. You can definitely check that out. But we're looking to get into APEcoin, right? Currently at $15.04. It's up from the last time that I talked about it. I talked about it at $10. And now it's at $15. Or I think I talked about it at like $8 to $10, somewhere around that range. And now it's at 15. So people would have made money if you were in it already. Some people have told me they already got in at $6 and they doubled their money by getting up to 17. And they ended up selling the position then. And they were just happy with that gain. And I like that. I like that as a play because it definitely is a high risk swing tradable position right now, or even day tradable position right now. But if we look at where they are, they're up about 60% over the last day, which I really don't understand that. I guess if you're looking at it from here, then you would look at it from the last day, but from $20 to where it is now, you're actually down. So I don't really understand that. But it is up almost 61% over the last 24 hours. You can see here that the circulating supply, you're looking at 277 million. You do have some supply that's left out there. And if you look at the most important piece here, the most important thing you need to look at is 16,400% increase in volume. That is insane. The first day of being launched, and they have $9.2 billion in volume. I saw some videos talking about how this can get to $1 billion in volume or maybe push 2 billion, but no, $9.2 billion in the last 24 hours. That is absolutely insane. People believe in this where it is or where it was at $6 and $7 and $8. And it's crazy how strong this can actually be, especially when I look into the amount of holders. Now, if you didn't see my video yesterday, I talked about this information of the holders and how it doesn't really fully make sense to me, as to the holder situation and the percentages, because typically when you look into a position, the top holders, or at least in the top 25 wallets, you're going to see a lot of the exchanges that hold a lot of these coins. However, that's not the case. The only really exchange that you see on the first page is Binance. Binance is the only exchange that you have on that first page to where you know that it's a high percentage. It's about 1.8%. However, every other exchange that it launched on, and it launched on a lot of exchanges, whether it's FTX, Coinbase, Uniswap, all of these areas that you can buy it on, it's not even on the first page, right? All of these popular exchanges that they launched on, which is insane that they were able to even, I guess, pay that much money to launch on these exchanges, are not even on this page. And it's not even, you're probably like, oh, well, you know what? People probably hold a bunch, and, you go on the second page, it's probably on the second page. No, it's not. Oh, well, you know what? It's probably on the third page. No, it's not. It's on the fourth page of this. You go through basically 150 plus holders, and then you start to get to more of the exchanges that are listed there. So as we go down this list, you have a bunch of people that are holding 5 million coins. And I heard that they were gifted because of holding the NFTs. I understand that. 5 million that you're receiving, and there were people that sold off. That's why it dropped from the level that it was at to where it got to at like $6. And you see 5 million that is held in these wallets, right? If anybody wanted to take a massive amount of profit, you could basically look at 1 million of that 5 million and sell that for what the price is right now. That's $15 million that you would end up gaining off of selling 1 million, selling 20% of your position. And if you look at this, it's not only the first page. Again, it's not only the first page that's at the 5 million. You're seeing the second page that has 5 million, the third page that really gets into 4.5 or 4.6 million. And then you start to really dial it back as you get to the fourth page here. And that's where you start to see all of the exchanges. You go down here, you start going down this list, you start to see more exchanges: Gemini, Uniswap, KuCoin. You have a ton of things that you're starting to look into as you start to go down the list. FTX exchange. So when you look at that and look at that, the exchanges hold less than some of the holders, that doesn't really line up in a great increase for me. I don't know what that is, but I don't think it's going to be something that really increases at a massive scale. But with all of the popularity behind it, it could be something that actually takes place. So this is where my head is, right? When I look back at APEcoin and where the price is now and how much volume has gone through it compared to the amount of holders that are there, yes, anything could happen with those holders. So it makes it extremely risky, extremely risky. Is it something that can't grow to the level of $100 or $200? I wouldn't say that. It can grow to a level of $100 or $200, especially at the current circulating supply. But you're looking at circulating supply, or you're looking at supply that hasn't been introduced to circulation. You're looking at all of those holders, 150 plus holders that are holding over 4.6 million coins. So anything could happen in that case, because if any one of them sold 4 million coins, that's a large drop to the overall circulating supply, right? You're obviously taking those and putting those back into, they were in circulation, but you're putting them back into circulation in an exchange and kind of diluting the price in a large way, which is essentially what did happen in the beginning. People just took their profit and whatever they saw and, ran with it, which is really good. If you have profit, run with your profit. It's always great to be able to do that. But it kind of creates a rug pull scenario, really, in my opinion. But again, if I wanted to invest something in here, which I think I will at like maybe $8 or $7, probably a little bit lower than that. It just all depends. And it's, if I see a trend downward, a continuous trend downward, creating lower highs, lower lows, I obviously won't invest in it. But I only want to invest in something that I feel as though going to give me a larger return. And this has that chance to give you a larger return, but the risk is very heavy. So I will never invest not even 1% of what I don't want to lose, right? I don't want to lose $1,000, but I can put $1,000 in there and I'm comfortable with losing that, right? I know that I can make that up elsewhere, but $1,000 at this $6 mark could turn into, $10,000 at $60, could turn into a lot more at $120, right? It can turn into $20,000 at $120. So it has a high risk, but also high reward. So I would be comfortable with losing everything that I have there, with the potential to gain another $19,000 on top of that. So the only way that I would make that investment is if I saw the price come down a lot lower and the volume and potential still stay as high. Just understand that it's very, very risky, very, very risky. And I'm not going to tell you to jump into a position, put your life savings into it. That's not the case, because right now, when I look at this, it is, it's at a pretty high point from where I expected it to get to, but you see a lot of those holders that are holding 5 million that are not doing anything with it. Eventually they will. And when they do, that's where you start to see this really fall down to a level to where you wouldn't expect it to get to. So you let me know your opinion about APEcoin. I think it's interesting. The fact that it launched on so many platforms was something that made it as popular as it was. And 9 billion um, dollars in volume is absolutely insane. For the first day of launching, looking at a $4.1 billion market cap, it's just absolutely crazy. So let me know what you think. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And my ultimate opinion, if you got to this point, let me know that you got to this point. My ultimate opinion on this whole $100, $200 scenario is that yes, it can get there, right? But the risk is very, very high. Do I think that it will get there? $100, it's more possible, obviously, than $200. So I would say no, I don't believe it's going to get there, but we'll see as the volume or as the days progress. And if we can find that lower price, I'll let you know and keep you updated where my mindset is. But right now, I don't believe that because I feel like a lot of those $5 million holders or 5 million coin holders are going to do something drastic at some point in time. But anyways, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.